He's got his man on the out route. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And throw here, that's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They'll run on first down. Cameron, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, what an exciting time here in this great city. Of course, it's no stranger to big-time sports. They've had the NBA team here, but now a relocation franchise in the NFL. And these fans, they could not be more excited for what it's going to mean for this city. It's just going to be a great source of civic pride here.
Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll set up a throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Back to throw. Cleveland.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Redwoods use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A look there at the numbers a week ago for Allen.
21 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Cleveland.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
When you look at this defense,
and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Cleveland. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1. Portland football here, ready to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Cleveland.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a carry for Allen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll run with Allen, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cameron. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Looking to throw. Cleveland. That's complete. It's Collins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down.
Another one caught by Collins. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw here.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Oh, he rifles one that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Cleveland.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cleveland. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Cameron. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
This a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cameron. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw. And caught by Cameron right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
This offense back to work now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. A final shot before break. Cleveland. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We begin out on the West Coast in Oakland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Nighthawks were losers a week ago, so they get the much-needed win at home in Week 2. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Tigers bounced back from the opening week loss to even their record at 1-1. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Flynn. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Cleveland. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
He's got Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Allen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Cleveland. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Flynn. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, Carter.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
In motion left goes a tight end.
They'll run with Carter.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, right back to Carter.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to throw again. And hauling it in, Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Redwoods have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Lumberjacks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland, he's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. And even 70 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We are back now in Sacramento. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted.
So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Now Carter to start the drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Carter once more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And that little deep, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Carter will try the right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's fielded at the 45. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Allen. Fights through him. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On a slant, here's Collins. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll just get rid of it. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 2. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Flynn. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
the 34-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Flynn. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Carter straight ahead.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll look to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Second down, goal to go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack sets him back big time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
He's back to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Redwoods have taken a 4th quarter lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lumberjacks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. throw.
He'll get this complete to Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Sacramento, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.